2 hours to resign. And that's drop a bombshell.
How dangerous is this?
I'm telling you.
For our governance structure.
And so dangerous.
One strong arm of government. Now, yeke kasansem way for mubu money.
They forgot to say judiciary per government no. And that's the only institution that is saved even when there's a coup d'etat. But it's not easy to raise judges. Oh, it's easy to become a parliamentarian. Now, go from parliament. Parliament is the cheapest place to go. Cheapest among the 3 arms of government.
How many parliamentarians?
Yes. Now, look at the qualification. Look at the qualification. In fact, if you are looking at people with high moral character, proving integrity, and then education background, some people say the test no copa, they don't qualify. Oh, a lot of them. But they know themselves. People like when they say Sam George.
The privileges committee will invite you.
Shut up, Puto. When they call
you and you want to make communication, my good self.
It is good for them to call me. Now when I speak at the catch them say they have misbehaved. Speak at the I catch them say what they did. They don't deserve to be honorable. Speaker said it.
So we distance ourselves from this comment.
I'm saying that some of them don't deserve to be there. If you look at the criteria, the way they have turned their hands on the judiciary. Look, I'm an officer of the court. I eat from the judiciary. So when you don't respect yourself, parliament, ammunition on the judiciary, and you are destroying it. It is a terrible attack. They are destroying the judiciary. Led by President Mahama. He started it.
How?
Oh, Mama started. Say he doesn't have confidence in the judiciary. He doesn't. That's why he doesn't want to go to court. Then Kevin Taylor comes out to single out the Chief Justice. Go and look at the level of insults. Kevin Taylor, every man Chief Justice on the social media. Then turn out to say Amaliba. Amaliba say the current judges are in experience. That's what you want to use. These are inexperienced judges to sit on the judicial matter. Can you imagine? Inexperienced justice. For instance, Amaliba.
Another member of the legal team.
Yes.
I say,
Basit. Used to say the panel and fair. Say for no young gunu. Now, Omakasa Chusu. Almost say young fat Doche and Macau. Meanwhile, this same Doche for say Asapa.
Yeah.
Application said Doche should not even come. Now they are calling for Bafo Bonne and Doche to come. So now they are determining the panel. In fact, they are choosing their own judges. You see, and there's this deliberate attack to the sense say all of them are attacking the judiciary. Now, if you no mind every institution are powerful. We have 3 levels of government, and then they all belong to the state. Whether you like it or not, the judiciary is the only institution. I mean, here is powerful than the 2 other institutions. I'm telling you, that is the only institution that can change your sitting place. The president cannot tell you. Parliament, in fact, they can decide. Look, the Supreme Court is the one who determines who becomes president. They determine, because when electoral commission declare elections it's subject to the final decision of the judiciary. They exercise what we call final judicial power. They say, that's the end. If they say the Nanado have not been declared, therefore the declaration is null and void. Then they decide, say, this is the one who have won. It ends the matter. That is the institution we are talking about. That is the institution that can declare every act of parliament null and void. In fact, they also, you see, they must learn. The judiciary also makes law. But for the case law, when you make laws, the one who interprets it is more powerful than the one who makes the law. So in the interpretation, they bring finality to the law. And this is the institution that members of parliament.
So interpretation is better crime than the first year.
Bible and so the only doctrine, but the whole Bible, but they are all interpreting no credit doctrine and make him more powerful. It will make law. Not the law, no, a body say intercession bar, now the interpretation, application of the law is the judiciary that. And on one of final judicial power, meaning Obia have what it takes to make to become a judge. Meaning, uti we dey assemble. Assemble fee uti wa. Umadi asamba. You are judge on all sorts of. And to know, Article 125 for the Constitution. Or says justice emanates from the people. Justice emanates from people own justice. We all know what is justice. We are the sovereign people. So Obia exercises judicial power. But then Article 130 say the judiciary should exercise final. Meaning everybody take decision, everybody make judgment, everybody exercise judicial power. But the final one rests. And the only institution that when they speak, okay, I say, there are two. The Constitution is the mother of all laws. Now, say at the mention of the name of the Constitution, every law bows. But I can tell you that at the mention, as the Supreme Court decides, everybody in Ghana. In fact, the decision of the Supreme Court binds everybody. Even international committee cannot attend it. So you see how powerful. That is why judges are, you see, because they were so powerful. No? That's why almost dressing, cover ear. Meaning that we cannot be influenced by what society say. I said a lot before. They are too loaded with power. Too loaded. And when you are powerful, you don't talk by heart. That is why they don't talk. They write. But I see that another strategy from NDC. What is strategy? Strategy there, provoke them. You see, before the hearing, say things so that when they come out and they respond, say, Mukrano, you have a prejudice bias. Mubuefu. I now bet myself. Into court. Name my ebida. Court national judge no. National judge no. Judge no. My lord, you see, I don't like the way you are even sitting and looking at me. And they say, why did you say, my lord, I don't like this. You cannot judge. Say, look, you can walk out. Say, oh my lord, I walk out. You are walk out. What I say, me provoke my judge, and the judge didn't depend. What you make cancel over the year. I'm not that guy no OD we case no. Okay, say so it's me judge. Over the year no. Pushing say or recusing good. Provocation. And then he started responding. No, Papa Nibuefu. So what they are doing is that attack the judiciary, provoke them, so that as they speak, I'm telling you, Sophia, or what Kobekasa. Where can we? When said to take, very, very emotional. But any say please, you want somebody. But I said, my young KBB, but ye no contempt any expiring date too. Kevin Taylor, any Amaliba Munia, all those words now Muniano, you best cite up. Those judicial statements will be cited. Media, finally, I want to say, the judiciary should be focused because they have one important thing to do. They have to endorse finally the decision of the Electoral Commission. They should focus on that one. After they've delivered that one, all those contemptuous statements can be brought because it's a question criminal matter. It doesn't a matter in the public domain. So it's a matter now we can file it with High Court. This time won't come to court too. Every contemptuous matter, no say criminal contemptuous matter is more of a criminal nature. It comes in the name the Republic versus. Okay, so you can go and file. You can file contempt at the Supreme Court, at the High Court. Until we can bring all these contemptuous statements are more yet current, to any high court yet say that look, the Republic is the person. So you are a citizen of Ghana, okay, and then you have the right to ensure that if people are they say damaging the products of quota under Article 125, justice emanates from you, and the judiciary act on your behalf. No, you are also not comfortable the way the justice that you entrusted into the judiciary is being damaged. You have a local standing. That is where you can drag any of these people. And me cite for contempt.
Lawyer Morris Ampau, Mamenkai Ubio say, Supreme Court as a term matter on election petition. Wontumi TV and Wontumi Radio at a live coverage Ebebramo, and we will sit with Lawyer Morris Ampau, Lawyer Kwame Adom Apia, and other private legal practitioners. Nienumu Edin Komo, Semno Ekwana Yabo Eho Enkomo. Alright, Shak Bobe, my chai.
Yeah.
Apom.
akra
abusuafo nyinaa ho ye
nyamena dom na unso
na mena dom yenso ye ho ye pa na mamen kasa ora Mubarak Muntaka asemu a ye de shasi mamen tiu
yo ahine ba me da say enche tiefo ami chance ta kwa ma be possible ahine ba judiciary has suffered for a very long time, and I'm not a lawyer, but with my layperson's perspective, me who say the height of those sufferings ebe manifeste a war said the judges me and Sembi under the revolution yikukun womo, and in particular okay judges ne me and you cannot forget about Yan Kasa Unia Penny Kwamna Japan. Say Nane Papa Ekahon. Kwamna tells you the kind of hardships that will go through Abra Papa Frimo because it was at his prime age. And we all have to be very concerned about judiciary judges, especially one more safety and one more welfare. Then again, the same 3 judges was one female judge. Na osai wabatanya akoda enum nenofo. That's also another painful experience you go through as a country, and that was military dictatorial rule. Former President Rawlings Ababe apologized some time ago about the excesses during Womo military regime. And so it is not for nothing. Say Ghana for agitate here na finally the 4th Republican Constitution but within this dispensation we have also had some kind of so many attacks on the judiciary and allegations are judiciary has suffered. If you look at the ANAS expose that focus also on the judges, and if you listen to Ira Kennedy Japan, judges be cry sabi chizaniti na radwin apai kra just nerves and numb brains in be apai and we know what they go through, and so under a 4th Republic idea adia ye say they are the ultimate deciders as say in Morris Ampa. But I agree with Morris Ampa and others. I also listen to Chama Wontumi. Na oshe enipana attack on judiciary na free bana ase said na omo sha say omo attack electoral commission. Electoral commission omo attack electoral commissioner to the point say omo create environment that is enough say electoral commission at the abatro no nsunsan so ba betudwana anko omo afa ombeka say oye bias. The same approach, and almost use for the election petition. Let us build the grounds in such a way, but let us build the grounds, the environment, and here barnes and quaya so many shall say crack can say omuni maeno na manfo enyintum. Yera Maliba, when I heard say was say enye experience panel, I questioned it. I said, you want to tell me say Mimi Nyaba Mariama Ousu. At least judges minimum be on the minimum. What rise it from the ranks? From magistrate court, Kodru High Court, Court of Appeal. Now finally, Supreme Court judge, When you experience. Now the word experience, or no, a lawyer can't won't explain or be explaining the same. And it's still the scheme. One more a scheme, but I don't think that is going to wash. Then again, obviously, a balance panel. It is the odd number now here.
Yeah.
Odd number now here. 7, 9, 11, 13,
15.
I think it could even be 5.
Yeah.
What is here? And balance panel. And now you NDC judges, Supreme Court judges, and your MPP Supreme Court judges. It is a one of parliament, in such a way as our constituted parliamentary committee. Nessa a committee even number, and this time round now, apply our parliament, then you are taking 4 from here, you are taking 4 from here. Say a 8 member committee, but Supreme Court. It's not like that. It's always an odd number. And it doesn't matter. Now the election petition, 2012 election petition. Judges are no motives. President Kufo now appointed one. And so about MPP side. I'm an MPP side. And appreciate history kakra. Na Kevin Taylor no, were you serious there? You serious, pa? I don't think he's a serious guy, and I think a typical NDC fanatics and follow Kevin Taylor. So me kasa watching full video a one pair. The later man who said no or ranting for nothing. And the video, I have to be very honest with you. I don't even play it. I don't waste my money to play with say Kevin Taylor ne videos. Then let me touch on Menuya Muntaka. Now Yura Morris Ampar says some of the MPs don't deserve to be in parliament. Oh, you never say no crow. Share Samson Ladi Anyenene. And that's my reference point. And if you want, sir, what frame a privileged committee, I'm a Anyenene write up Nukrame. He's also a lawyer. Namakofano.
A host of news file.
Yeah. Well, article focused on absenteeism in parliament. And when you read it, you will not respect parliament. I'm sorry to say this. And it is not about everybody in parliament. But what you say? Some members of parliament. And some members of parliament and so oh my Ghana. Na you do call parliament. Na sorry na onko ye ejumano. Parliament is sitting onko. And Samson Ladi Anyenene actually mentions number of bills Wontumi and sitting on it. Even some budget discussion Wontumi and sitting on it because Oman constitute Omo quorum to be able to discuss those bills and those budgets. And so and so members of parliament, media, if you say it's gotten to a point where they say there, a 50-50, 137, 137 each side of the house, MPP, NDC, with one independent candidate for MPP to have a majority. It's about time if you say it will be a city up. But if you look at Mubarak Muntaka, the commenter it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate because CDD April Friday report me on Parliament, and na almost say the number of constituencies no na say you creating be brain so many parliamentarians and now say the quality of the member of parliament no numbers. Also very interesting, beautiful, write up to read. Now, until I read that one, na Mubarak Muntaka status as a parliamentarian, no, na me admire. But in that particular write-up, they single out Mubarak Muntaka, single out of friend say Haruna Idrisu, and on the NDC side, then Oba MPP on share Yura Seche Mensa Bunsu, share Joe Gatti, and the rest. And all those parliamentarians are up as being quality members of parliament, Since that write up, I like them and I admire them. Okay? And Mubarak fall within that category. Now, say utie yura nyakopon fa ne kransie apentin apiamenka efrimu ne commenter Mubarak e kafa no ho efutua na ogifri yura apentin apiamenka ho and all that. You see that is the kind of posture I say oputu up. Oko akisu obi. But of course we don't want to continue to be making those references. And Minde Minfi is a parliament honest because when he had the opportunity to be a minister, it was a disaster under former President Mills. Oko as was here, Omo Junction, be on friend Pampas Junction.
Hey, sir.
Omo baby.
I was
I'm from baby
Pampas Junction.
So, having said that, Unia, to end Mimi input this morning, and it's the second time me advising on. The first was about onone era compare Canada Japan issues in Parliament. We can we know I can we. The second time me advising is on this judges matter. Is that so or any means by which obey to me a pagan itself of this matter. Onye no onye intent. Is at liberty to say obey choose path be or person choose. I have no problem with that. But me feel say opachawa entemwa ebeboa. Whether say evidence or say only evidence or opachawa say one can year entemwa ebeboa. Na means biya system no obe go through the pegging itself of this particular issue no be because you see emra mitie one kasa side former chief justice friend is saying Sophia Kufu, right? No, Sophia
yeah.
Back on one also the Kufu sabi nenia akase kakra. I mean a friend say Gloria. I said, look, one can some what kind man say a fresh 17 judges nina. So and how can ye ana boarding as soon as you are bentia? Not just a war bemo. Then the okay idea what cartoon necessary will be candy go parliamentarians who fear. They see I make us away. Some me kaya koko CDD for the reporter, but I must mention couple of people CDD can't say winum die omo ye omo adwuma ye as parliamentarians. In other words, adwuma ye in parliament no solid. Okon constituency so the contribution on constituency so very solid. And so they concluded in that report say you don't actually need more members of parliament than that. We must look for quality, members of parliament. Having and political parties almost processes you go through in getting candidates even to contest the. If you look at the report, then that kind of so political parties is somehow also missing that target. If we say one show more processes ni ya mo makwa say aduane a ye seven or public omo kitchen wa omo no aduane no omo ya na ye heda hu omo but omo ye wie na manfo de aduane na ba besi abonto. What I'm saying is that political parties also have a responsibility to ensure say candidates are here put them up no omo quality candidates in such a way so you bit me quality members of parliament. I man be di home fa so e parliament o yes I do home so fa so constituency adwuma wo ye but munchaka de me feel say you should rush, come out, apologize, go through any process to peg himself from this. Maybe that's my conclusion.
Right. I come here to do na nonkono abo cheba for
ay open guess here
marching you
you blue opening
say bia e boko
trade am ponya me adam re ho ye panamo so
adom na
great
moment you Muntaka and the Supreme Court judges.
Yeah, Edi Kamefa kwenye na match obibia ordinary fidi ato Wontumi TV and Wontumi Radio. Muti umosho and nano pay. Not lawyer can be. Is it advice be a man is it nano and yoma some of us it me no Wontumi nyebi. Dear no so the two say yeah I'm sorry I don't pay maybe you did not kuku lie na could deal who joint video to be no ye the bit me but there be because but said baby I love when I do no anyway oh boy juma pa
politic bag no crams I may enjoy
there be or he but say pa there Wontumi what is it when you was say yeah wa obeti name be kan ho asem pa na is it or him be akwo iti or he this year friend or him akukudu for or say any time bia or so ya no pa na say wan hwe or hene ba ni dey no enye eyipa yeah oinema lawyer Morris Ampao Akambi Bray and I will share me senior man also so I can SMP na penyivo say penini ejariya na insu I the answer but I'll always talk about with the economic perspective on our economic implication near Ghana ebitimi enya as regards to and sama Muntaka Mubarak ACA and the NDC or more legal teams, some of their comments are making. Some of us see it as so uncalled for, of which say it was buying or NDC are buying, or they need to call them in order. Oh, you know, but if I say assembly and welfare home, say you man on say only investor be a kwakasa so person in the ball my Ghana moi. The first thing Brunini beding gabuza say Ghana mu security saying. That's the first thing. Second, that he talk about Adena or Dinisika Bishimuno. At what time Enobinya returns at the Abba. So these are the main two things are any investor bia edusika ebo my mua udinka e. Now say obetiminya security betiminya fapem. Enya mu ahotoso ni mu ahodren a ni gina judicial system so. Because when you same kiki or you know I want to be to go and seek for redress. Mebusa say in 2013 now the head Justice Williams Atuguba no the chief justice or the election petition. And you know the same person who did assembly the man Mr. John Dramani Mahama. So what has he changed? You see sometimes na nipa bi pese minkumnya our greediness our selfishness menkwa mintino o man be bokura na embo and when you do this it will never go well for the state not just modia munkwa anything any weird tactics biana mo pese mo beye no and now here John Mahama already to Donald Trump see ato aba you too overwhelming vote defeatedly ya pamo sekono you are inciting insurgency into the state and then even its own people Republicans has even voted say impeaching him from the government. Let's say NDC ni ye buy no na ye call radio programs where parliamentary NDC parliamentary candidate na worker also che abano ye Mr. John Mahama will lose you but it's a way of what marketing him for 2024. That is why I all creating all this impression. Said the Bayer Ghanaians will have sympathy for him because he won based on the late Professor Mills. He had a sympathy vote, and even with that sympathy vote, you share the number of a year or the The same thing. I research cry and crano. Even he won some of the votes, some votes he wouldn't have even won. But the deceased of the late Jerry John Rawlings, and I take you to that because it will share all the political researchers a buyer based on the election banner. John Mahama, you are not even near even 4 million cry. And can be accepted defeat. Mube kofi now organize no more taking all the things you need to do. No, say open bar. These are not the ways ultimately the ever undermining the credibility of our judicial system. Now say who you say na say sabara say you be and okra nyame pengu na say oh ba are this not the same justice that you are going to work with? It mesre John Mahama, if you truly love this country, now person mind ekoswa, this is not the time and this is not the era. Who incite insurgency into the system. Say he made a comment. So although we are in court, but in street media,
we continue
to protest it. I mean, sometimes when you listen to some of his words, you hear say, Papa is truly the Ghanaian.
John Mahama.
So you're Ghanaian.
Sometimes.
And does he really sleep and think about the state? And not even a single day has this man comes out to repute statements and words from Kevin Taylor. That tells you say, oh, say small boy nechi and nikutupa and what the guy is doing, you can't do that. You can't do that. Or anybody can police ni. They are toss on lawyer ni and a third one a judge. A judge you can't even mention his name. You can't. To the stand of say John Mahama to be said on Krani bi kutupa could judge at them and undermine their credibility. It is a judge, judges for mutuin if they are not well solid firmly by setting up and taking up their own decisions, a dear be na ombetinya aka. Because ni pano krano enyam be dia asem no kwano wedding kind are incited biasly on the floor of parliament. The panel telling them say the panel is biased, therefore so munguno. It is a court of which Ghanaians vividly know say John Dramani Mama when we need election. Say corner yeah, the same person will come and say see a kind. Na sebi who pe where ye ababi tiki and now to lead the NPP. Do you have to destroy the country? Do you have to destroy the country? They say who invest a beer kasa? You can't. Because our security system is poor. The judicial system now is also poor. No better what is my Ghana so my Ghana. Yes, and it's so unfortunate. Say set comments no every ordinary Ghanaians and our ordinary NDC full soldiers. They are world class lawyers are legal team. You're looking at somebody like Amamaleba. What effort in our war to say they are not experienced? And as a lawyer, you know the criteria are a nipa who drew and as a judge who drew on my it me push you do as a Supreme Court judge. It's not just open say 17 judges almost Supreme Court no. Omo unqualified and Ghana Bar Association and as a judicial system no omo push omo sign more omo say omo ko eyiwo. You see, all these things are some of the things that we need to sit down and analyze it critically. Yanya ne sa emwa wo de bi koma in 2013 na the coin has 10 na eba wo de also there be enye. What at all do you want John Dramani Mahama? E dey na person be me da bia me can say the coming of John Dramani Mahama no e nyoma mienu pe. One, so better convoy mu na kedi dinam enu anu wu kra and the two krono no baba bobo. apart from these two things, no, there's nothing good John Dramani is coming to give to us. And I believe, say a call in the depreciation of CD, said the Bank of Ghana injected $877 million now. We are going to talk much about this thing. With the law aspect, and I will give it to them. Now you call in the second year, then we talk much about it. Me do I say?
Mamenko Dr. Francis Adumakoho. If you see him in black, HSA is nearing the final funeral rites of his beloved mommy. Enche ebedro sanso na me chia me nuanumi nana ajikum kwame ajikum kwaku ajikum atiki London ene brother ejaku soboro monsoso nyame ya aduma echina mo maame madam Faustina Patience kuju ajikum ni 1 week no ebeba so kwada so estate ni fi hono ma antino echina 1 week no ebeba so Dr. Francois.
Oyeba.
Mache.
Ya mi nua na pome.
The radio.
Why fa no pay?
You can only be grateful to him.
Yeah.
That's it.
So ade chi no pana tekrema edabodwem. Na muja edi afusania na etwase eda nyame ase. Oyeba ma me nchia e penyin from wa santimantem ha. Obetena fidie so nyame eye wadom anya ni panyina anya sa tumi enya akonya no so nyame ye wadom na se unya sa akonya na oma ye wadom oma boa oma osa akonya no uyi nyame firi ho a wache kurura opemso ba bi obi amechia no ye party ye opanyimfo mu regional minister na be de eche ye party regional chairman in the down or region mu bi obi a meba na mte se only to regional chairman edin komo the governor bi obi amechia no the regional executives the party MMDCs ha MPs ni CEOs ministers are free ha say constituency ni polling station for various groups, identifiable groups towards this election. The communicators ni various civil callers no fa akonya so fanchia wo mo oyene ba se o kan no ade atomani ami adoma echinachi ai ena imame yedne tompem e wo Bukuru State Modern International School Thursday na yakwa kwakusie no in fact yedne tompem a yedne be Methodist Church akwa ofisu mama no
Methodist Church there
ai wo Bukuru State.
Oh, okay.
If you want na ja yakope bi edina ato esie no otafo omo sorry no immigration for more baby a so no e so for so immigration ti esie omo nyina e ho me da na ye be yie no e Heroes Park ti e be home so Friday no na ye yie no me da o Heroes Park na adiechi Sunday na Thanksgiving service or Premper Assembly Hall. If Thanksgiving service na Premper Assembly Hall na be satna na initial nanka yede be kofie but ye be satna si wa or Premper Assembly Hall ti wadama eja me hu me nua Ishak eja o colleague lecturer me nua isuso me stress o ne ba Wontumi communication force ma beta machi na Miami mami ba Heroes Park Saturday no
stadium
stadium animu hono stadium animu hono
Heroes Park na mo munim Heroes Park no se munim vanyo paba ofi vanyo na abaten to stadium akunku hono ma stadium
ba odama eja me ba ye me hu se me nuanom mpanyimfo di kan kasa bebre eja se okubi one ka bi there. Whenever they about come notice about party NDC, and you mean son of Munimia. Edikan press conferences. One year press conference, obey demonstration. 1 year demonstration, a verbal abuse. Election 2020, I think there is a need for say a video, a movie. A moon some doors to be brave. NDC right from day one, Electoral Commission, say obey voter registration exercise. Then we start with demonstrations. almost free press conferences and a verbal abuse on the electoral commission. Easy Gina and Niso a year registration. No, I say a year printing of ballot papers and also demonstration, verbal abuse, and press conferences. Say easy for printing excess ballot papers. Or anybody, you know, election proper and what so and yama. You try baby electoral commission declare almost at here with demonstration, verbal abuse, press conferences. I did not shift him on Jack and you may say on Moody see or many so on Moody ye against the electoral commission, Ninano, Uncle Siaga. And now, Omoka say, Oma can send be pain, say any idiot can go to court. Now, I did not shift it from the electoral commission to the Supreme Court. Oh, you know, me we are seeing me one. Oma me sure mo kasi pay judges. Hey, oh, you know, everybody can be, excuse me to use the word, a member of parliament. Meaning, I stand to be corrected. Say your baby just usuya and you may be so usuya and son why a member of parliament and our qualifications be oh. As we speak now, minimum qualification be oh. Or be it to be contested. Ni here say one man over constituency I want. What can I say? Now, Timothy na heading. I
can't doesn't know that whole prefect. The experience of the review.
No, wow. No, at the dining hall.
A dining hall prefect.
The
that is an experience with the review.
This is even also.
What attitude we do see or titino.
Ayo. So anybody can be a member of parliament. Not all of us can be judges let alone Supreme Court. Meaning member judges not church me say how many years does one qualify to become a Supreme Court judge? A kind assembly say or say you see your real size. Okay, election petition. Hey, me say me share video na me ho po. Hey, now I said for what trans ya home. To who ni ba kono bonte different. But when you ko tra konye ni mu a so be the chere vigor ne strength be a wo mu and you dey wo musika sa no. The way Atubuga making a judgment no or 5 minutes no
less than 5 minutes.
I say o kano non stop. Sana judges ne e kasa. Ade ba ko mbese mu so hene ba mu se mu ame. Se me na me ka asema mu ntaka kan na. Where would I be by now? Member of parliament for no woman ya protector mebresa na. Say obia betima ka bibia wa bra ye me fear say. Me fear and say set words verbal abuse echo sa judge that is answer. What is the public so the general public ebenya ewo a judge say how will people see Obina say how do you see me? How do people see judges, let alone Supreme Court judges? Media, dear lawyer Maurice Ampao, say something needs to be done. Said the bear next time so will be a bien no aka sebi. So me come in sebi family who has man can hear. Or what him do makokoto? No assume me for defamation. Say bibi efa judge bi ho a muntaka e besre no. Said the bear be ma ye nyina tima fine say Supreme Court judges no mo te ho no. Anya bia no ensem bia nyane anyone because adaba say no now people begin to find out say but say when one more Ghana, one more the international community, one more say the international community will see our Supreme Court judges say one more your crojing bibia sanyede anyone. Let's fish the old manhood out. One, you find out who say sir judges here one better see and more be dear me. Dear all cano ɔka ho anaa anya saa aftermath no sɛ 42 days no expire na Supreme Court judges no ɛde ɔmo final verdict ɛba abɔnten a ɛhɔ na ɔba bɛka sɛ asɛm kan yɛbɛsrɛ no deɛ ɔmo bɛsɛ wɔn ɛma Ghanafoɔ no ɛyɛ no one ɔmo hu saa sɛ adesinam na ɔmo de kɔ na ade petition a ɔde kɔ court kora wɔyɛ mistakes petition a ɔde kɔ court no wɔde kan ayɛ mistakes wodeɛ wose yɛma wo ho kwan na correct na easy no ɔno nipa we are human beings ɔheba wode mmoayam menkase bebree nam nim yie sɛ na me adom na sɛ meyɛ ma yie ne wie weekend yɛ a masa ateɛ sim na menim yie sɛ baa that time mɛyɛ yɛ no wie no na asɛm yɛ ne ntwae na maba bɛyɛ mu ho aka ne yie paa because nsɛmfo bi sɛbi ɛyi ɔhene
right
nsɛmfo bi ahi because onim ɛnora mene me colleague lecturers bi hyia na mo sɛ enti deɛ ayi muntaka keka no muntimi nya ho hwe ana and when baby some finding out by say can we take a member of parliament to court and if it is so says member of parliament can be ever Supreme Court judges one yet me do two I didn't mean finding two.
Dr. Francis Admako, the Ashanti Regional Organizer of NPP. All right, Shaq baby. Yen to also na yen $775 million to be injected into Ghana's economy. Bank of Ghana and Center for Economic Behavior and Inequalities. Actually predicted say and found says ikano niema umu ehruno. At the last quarter of this year, Ghana $1 yebetono at the rate and I said sidino ibe here not less than 6 cities 40 pesos. Omasa can say COVID-19 no impact no ebe se hunu pa say ebe hit so hard our main so young day. And what do you expect from government to behave financially?
Excuse me. Now, we are not in the normal times. No two ways about that. Na Edru sa nima ye go 3 year. And na mami hunu say Ghana for make good choices. 2016 and then again 2020 elections. Enka mean to me imagine John Mahama managing COVID economy. And perhaps even post-COVID economy. Oinaba Sikana ombe injected. I see it's a temporary measure. And enye measure nso say COVID-19 ya mompa ye amananko na etwaso nyadia ye bitimi atwaso ayeneza no matter your level of reserves. Let us be very frank. Okay. Enti as a temporary measure, it's good, it's welcome. But the medium long-term measures, no, as I say, hona o my Ghana edi ani ehwe. Na enye first time yehunu sa injection of those amount of dollars in the economy, especially say a person they show up the city. But let me repeat again, a measure that I have always not welcome, because me share say ye be share medium and long term sustainable policies. No, but under COVID-19, it's the only reason why I will say, yes, let us welcome that gesture, because it's just a suggestion and because those short-term measures hasn't helped the country that much. It didn't help Governor Wampa's time, and it's not going to help us this time. But for this time, because we are in COVID, na yes, circumstances are MPP edited to akwemu nina na eni nina ma yensu so papa COVID edi ebebo munintino. This time round you be welcome this amount into the economy, and especially as say they be show up the city. If you look at your city depreciation, the decline, our city is, of friend is saying, fundamentally no na ho de no e wo form primarily because me can say na me wo cities kakra amra me drew Britain kakra be kosha na aye photo so but senka me the dollars ne call ya enke easy say make change na me the enya pounds na me di no krom ho, but cities am ko wura ho no me the kotade enye ye is not part of the currency so home bit me trading or say corner or the co bank near ma or friends because on ogia or the coin yanuntina na you welcome the idea of the echo no, but of course echo no so convergent criteria if you look at even a budget deficit supposed to be below, or fairness saying, I think it's about 3%. That's one of the convergent criteria. Any yetimi are managing na covered MIA na your budget deficit a year less than 5%, 4.7, 4.8%. John Mahama handing over was about 9.3% budget deficits. Nanka oshe MPP economy and MPP build it here. Nanka kakran convention criteria and nanki we're getting closer on a COVID at the buyer. Issue 2 year budget deficit on all the way to about 11.4. As I say, this year we are targeting 8.3, 8.5%. Yanunti ohineba yen se ye beye chuma no more of our medium and long-term strategic, economic strategies to ensure, say, yet stabilize your currency. Is a subject that we have discussed, and so you discuss.
What would you advise? Say yenye, abayenye.
Say number one, and say you will baby your way because of COVID. So I emphasize this point. Now it's about we buy and why no, all the fundamentals. 2017, 2018, 2019. Nina ne very good. The fundamentals nina eshasi esofai because of COVID. A by way number one, SSA ye share your revenue side. No. I have said it several times. Say, no, COVID the harding. I have to be very honest with you. If you say all the solutions that you will be prescribing here, will still have to be weighed against COVID-19. So, get your hands on, say, COVID-19 no ye bet me atemu COVID-19 no is extremely important if you say any COVID-19 na do dan ko Akufo-Addo MPP aban o so I the one one kasa yem radi akishe no say o ni sika mane more so more than 5%. It never happened in the history of this country. If there is one, call us and will be reminding me. So aban say me because of my fiscal discipline, strategy into my budget deficit, me mane more so more than 5%. You didn't see that. But she be a COVID the ekoye. Because of COVID, obi ani project ye growth. O mining near say best 6.87%. No. We end up growing initially of finance minister 0.9. Later and revising it to 1.9. Even if we are able to grow at 2% for 2020, it is still far below the any expectancy to grow. Share inflation. You me bringing it down all the way to best 7.9. Because of COVID, near core double digit. So see, I covered it back for me. All of a sudden, we came back to I think about 9.3. And ye wo ahuhiahiamu pa because of COVID. The only side that fundamental emphasis yet to me akipuno a interest rate within COVID. It's only our interest rate. So yanunti we need to first of all, Ohineba, if you tell me the way forward that we need to hold our hands on this pandemic, COVID-19, domestically, if you say, Nkorako school back, including Nkoranta Tofi when you go back, JHS for senior high school for university for, and if you read or friend is saying recently, Governor of Bank of Ghana, lecture be okoye man University of Ghana, let's say economy na back, consumer spending akosoro. Okay, or say construction activities are back to the level of 2019 before COVID. And again, industrial consumption of electricity and so ekosoro. Necessarily say industrial activities on say ekosoro. Entinanka ye emerge kakra. Economically, na yesi kasem no ene ya ho keka transportation. Say ankola ye ekobai. Obedu baby kra na omunya ka kramfo. But nche bia na nkola intinsi abonti no maku school. Kano or pie check grandson when you nipa. These are all economic activities enka COVID yebo modi enya ho ya President AEZ sanctions CCA man for school back industries has ye juma or friend is saying a man for twade consumer spending costro ni sanima we saying nanka we are on our path of recovery. And say no yehunu di yehui. So one, we need to get hold of the COVID. That's number one. Number two, a idea ye revenue side no so yebomodia say yebehwe ye. Media me kan na me situate yen digitization and the formalization of the economy no side hono na me hama ho yie pa every say ya ye juma kese pa ye first term. The second term we need to complete the digitization and the formalization of the economy. Said ye dia befu kwan so ebe ye niema ne e die ntina me kanesa. Tax revenue is key. Ghana ha oman ohine ba me no ne manfo ye jaketua de ye dodge no ba bi enye ye. Nanso so obehwe na obi eye plumber sika wagye gu ne bottom no enye sika
bebre
enye sika of friend is saying ebia me yonko Dr. Adomako